Hi, hello, everyone. This is Satish from AWS channel, and today we are going to discuss about data types in Java. Fine. And what is the data type? Actually, it is important in a programming language. Of course, in Java it is mandated. And coming to other programming languages like Python, it is not required. No need to mention. By default, it will consider based on the value, based on the given value, it will give the memory locations. Fine. Whereas coming to in Java, that how compiler can understand your given value. For example, here the basic definition of data type is it is going to represent the type of data. What type of data you are using, it has to understand the compiler. For example, in real time, we can use like different type like age. Okay, age just I want to tell like 25, and the same way, just I want to use like name of the person, name of the person equal to uh, like almost name in the form of strings. That's what it is a Satish. Okay, and then as well as just I want to find the address of that. Okay, address. Address is also like in the form of string text, HID, and then like average. Just I want to find out the average of that person, average attendance or average marks, right? Average marks. Like it will be in the floating point 78.9. Okay. So like see, data is one, age is 25, like numeric. Name is Satish. Okay, it is a text. Address is also text. Marks like it a decimal point. It's like a floating points. So now here, how can you save this value into the memory? Okay, yes, you are giving 25, and there is a variable. Fine, it can hold variables can hold the values. Fine. When you want to use the same uh, in your program, okay, you can invoke it, you can use it. Then that is the main purpose. How you can take this value, okay? How you can take this value in your program? It is not located as of now. It is not located in your memory. When it can be located in the memory, definitely you have to tell what type. Okay. So for example, we'll take here. So you want to store age, okay, in the memory address. Where it is located, basically, we need to give address. Fine. So you have to allocate the memory for the age, memory for the age variable. Then what value is there? 20 is there. Okay, the 20 value is there. Now I want to store the 20 value in the memory address to use in the program. First we assign the variable, then when you want to use that variable, as you can use. Fine. Fine. Okay. A value are taken, B value taken. Then you next you want to use like C equal to A plus B, because already value is available that you can add to variables. Fine. Now for the age 25. Sorry, here let's try to write the 25. Where the 25 is located? Address. Now, how much size we are allocating for that address? How much size we are allocating for the address? No, we're not telling to the compiler this much memories, please allocate the variable. I'm not telling that. So how can compiler assign the memory locations for that? I'm sure it won't be. That's what we need to give data type. Fine. For the string, yes, it is a text. No, we have to take like in string, and it has to be in double quotes. Fine. Even address is also mention the data type is string because it is a combination of characters. Fine. Then have float. You can take float or double. Okay. Float, when you are taking float, definitely your value must be end with f. Fine. So like this, we need to give. So now your variable can be located in the memory address. So you are giving the range of, I mean, you are telling that This age will be placed in the memory locations with the size of int. What is the size of integer? For the integer 4 bytes. Okay, for the integer 4 bytes. So that the age will be located now. Age will be located in the memory address. Now the address is there. Okay, for example, my address is 101.2.1.0.0.5 because the 4 bytes. Now in these memory locations, yes, you can place age value. Age contains 25. This is how the memory is allocated. To give memory addresses or locations for your variable, that will be happen based on your data type only. If you are not given data type, the compiler cannot understand what size has to given to this variable. That's what the variables are. I mean, the data type is very, very important. It is going to represent what is your type. Based on the type, memory is allocated. Then it is now it is located in the memory locations. Whenever you want to use it, yes, you can retrieve from the memory addresses. Clear? This is what the data types are very important. Now we'll go with the PPT. Okay. We'll see one by one what is uh, primitive type, what is non-primitive type. Data types are classified into two types, primitive type as well as non-primitive type. So what is primitive type? What is non-primitive type? Yes, we'll see. First of all, see the categorization of this. Primitive again categorized into numeric and non-numeric. Again, numeric is classified into integer and floating points. Integer, in integer, there are four data types like byte, short, int, long. Coming to decimal, I mean floating point, that is float and double. Non-numeric char, double. I just counted total 8 data types are available in Java. So while these data types we are calling as a primitive, clear, okay, simple. It is very important interview question also. And see, take any data type. Definitely, there is a specific size for that. Byte 1 byte, short 2 bytes, int 4 bytes, long 8 bytes, float 4 bytes, double 8 bytes. Coming to the char 2 bytes, boolean 1 bit. Okay, there is a specific size for that. That's what we are calling it as a primitive type. Whereas coming to the non-primitive class, interface, arrays, strings, these are all comes under non-primitive because it is not allowed to fix the size of the string because my name is 8. If you are fixing the string up to 8 characters, a few names are like Veera Sai Satyanarayana. So we have more than 20 characters. In the like the names we cannot store in the strings. Even arrays also. Arrays you can create for 20 students, 30 students, 500 students, 5,000 students. If you are restricting to some limit, there is no use of using arrays. That's what. And then interface also, you can write a number of abstract classes. In class, you can create a number of objects, a number of methods. There is no restriction because there is no specific size for that. Okay, there is no specific size for that. Now we are calling it as a non-primitive. And for the primitive, yes, of course, there is a size. That is one reason. Next, coming to the whole size and data type and description. Byte, as I said, 1 byte, short 2 bytes, int 4 bytes, long 8 bytes, float 4 bytes, double 8 bytes, and boolean 1 bit, char 2 bytes. Okay, and we'll see one by one. Coming to the byte data type, of course, it is 8 bit. That is complement integer. Minimum size is minus 128, maximum is 127. This is the short form, 2 power of 7 minus 1. Default value is 0. Of course, for the byte, short, long is 0L. Integer, the default value is 0 only. And see, byte, when you can use the byte, when compared with the int and byte, of course, if your range is between 127, definitely I suggest to use byte only because you are saving 3 times than the integer. You are saving memory 3 times than the integer. That's what, in that case, if your range, if your taken value is between the plus 127 or minus 128, then you can go with the byte data type so that you can save the memory. So example, byte A equal to 100, byte B equal to minus 50, valid. Next to short, it is a 2 bit. A minimum range is minus 2 power of 50, maximum range is 2 power of 50 minus 1. And then short is also we can use for saving the memory. Compare with integer, two times you can save the memory. Okay, you can take value up to 32,767 if it is positive. If we want to, if you want to use more than like 40,000, 35,000 number, then short is not allowed. Fine. And the default value for this is also 0. And coming to example, short is equal to 10,000 minus 20,000 as in between the array because it is valid. Integer is a 4 bit, 4 bytes, 32-bit 2's complement. Minimum range is minus 2 power 31. Maximum range is 2 power 31 minus 1. Okay. So basically, everyone generally using this data type. Okay, if you're not bothered about the memory, if you're not concerned about the memory, then you can use the integer data type. And the default value is 0 as well. And 1 lakh, A equal to 1 lakh and B equal to into B equal to minus 2 lakhs. So both are under the range, it is a value. So here you just count the digits. 10 digits are there in integer. Right? So now coming to the long, as through integer, as I said, you can take 10 digits. Of course, to enter the mobile number is 10 digits, no problem. Okay, in some applications they are using like a code, okay, mobile code. In that case, you have to use plus 91 10 digits, but that int is not applicable. So because it is 13 digits, even other number to enter the other number is 12 digits, and even for that int is not, I mean not used, not allowed because 10 int only 10 digits now. More than 10 digits, then you can go with the longer data type. Even a few bank accounts are having 16 digits, but that int is not suitable. So for the type of data, we can use long. Long is basically 64-bit, 8 bytes of memory. So the minimum range is minus 2 power 63, and this is 2 power 63 minus 1. This is maximum value. And default value is as 0 L. Okay, L is represents long. Examples long A and long B. And floating points, of course, when there is a decimal related, then we can go with the float and double. Okay. Default value for float is 0.0f, and the floating type never used to precise values such as currency. For the currency type of issues, we are not using float. And example 234.5f. Definitely, float value must end with f. That is mandatory. Either capital or small, it has to end with f. And double. So same, more than like decimal points. If you want to keep, most we are using in research type of applications and research things to calculate certain formulas. After that, we'll get result. The result may be after decimal points, it may be have more than 6 digits or 10 digits. But that float is not suggestible, not applicable. Then we can use a double. Boolean. The Boolean is basically to tell that whether that is true or false. Okay, true indicates 1, false indicates 0. Then char data type. Char data type. It is 16-bit Unicode character. Minimum value is 0. Then we can represent like this /u0000, and maximum value is 65,535. Thus we can represent a /u for f. Fine. And char data type is used to store any characters. Of course, the characters we can use char data type. This is the example char letter A equal to A. Definitely, we need to use in single quotes only. Double quotes for the string. For single quote, for the character, we need to use single quotes. This is one example. A data type is my class main method. So here I taken few values: int age, byte, short, float, double, char, boolean, and then string. Okay, I'm assigning the values, and after that I'm printing the values. So this is a simple example for the data types. Thank you for watching.